First on race day.
What's that?
First on race day.
The legendary Miles the Monster, one of the most famous statues in NASCAR outside the Dover Speedway. Want to know why we call it the Monster Mile? Well, this is the reason why, and you can see here holding Eric Gumroll's race car. I ain't afraid of this guy. Not a little bit. I'll take him anywhere, anytime.
Well, there you go. We got the whole thing in today. You got a little rain delay, but we were still able to get the whole thing in today, which I was very, very happy about. So I might as well get started talking about what happened. So let's get started. Number one, Kevin Harvick took everybody back to school today, captured the AAA 400 at Dover Speedway. I mean, this guy started outside pole, dominated pretty much the whole race. Last time I saw Harvick dominate was 3 years ago in the fall when he had to win the thing because he was, had two previous bad races in Chicagoland and New Hampshire, and he had to win this race or else he wouldn't make it to the next round of the playoffs, and he did. So he took everybody to school today. Won all three stages, solid pit stops, great track position, despite a loose car at the beginning and in the middle portion of the race. But still a good run today by Kevin Harvick as he captured the win over Clint Bowyer, Daniel Suarez, Martin Truex Jr., and Kurt Busch. Number two, Clint Bowyer. He had literally one of the best cars, like towards the when we got about 100 laps to go. He started passing Stenhouse Jr., who stayed out. Just tragedy because they thought the rain was coming, and it was coming, but people thought that's going to be the race. So Bowyer passed Stenhouse, then the rains came, and during the red flag, kind of jokingly said, try to learn what Kevin Harvick's doing out front. He said, I got out front, it's much easier. Typical Bowyer. He was a little bit heartbroken, but still it's a good day. Bowyer's having a great season, people. Ever since his win in Martinsville, he's in a better state of mind this season, and I couldn't be happier for Clint Bowyer. Number three, Kyle Busch. What is it about the spring race that just wants to bite him in the rear end? That's 4 out of the last 5 races Kyle Busch has not finished this thing. At the beginning of the race, he was complaining on the radio about a vibration, something in the engine. And then on lap 271, the thing finally gave away. The drive shaft broke, and he didn't finish the race, and he was obviously a little upset. But to hold in at 271 laps before the thing finally broke, and, you complain about the whole race, that's a strong car and a strong driver, but, most of the people, including myself, were enjoying it. I'm sorry, Kyle Busch fans, but not everybody enjoys you. So, that made me really, really happy, obviously. Number 4, Daniel Suarez. 3 races in a row, he earned his top 10s of the season, his first top 5 ever, and this is his best finish. Suarez had a good run at this track last year, finishing top 10. I think he had a good run in the fall. I can't really remember, but Suarez pretty much stayed the top 10 the whole race today. And they have not had a good start to the season. They've been down and out, but the past few weeks since Richmond, they've gotten their act together. Even at Bristol, even though they didn't get quite the finish, they've gotten their act together for the 19 team. So Suarez could make a push to get into the playoffs on points, but he's got to keep going because there are other guys ahead of him this year that are finishing better than him, and they're earning more points in stages. But he earned stage points today, plus the good finish. So that's the benefit of everything for Suarez. So kudos to him and the whole number 19 team. And number 5, Jimmy Johnson. Was not even a factor. He ran top 5, top 10 the majority of the race, but ultimately finished 9th. He didn't lead a single lap. I think the last time Jimmy Johnson did not lead a race in the spring was 2008. That's because it was the whole race dominated by the Roush guys and Kyle Busch. But Jimmy Johnson just did not really have a winning card today. People, and I was optimistic that he could probably win today, but I don't know what's going on with him and the Chevys. They gotta find the speed. We're 11 races in the season, and we only have 1 win from the Chevy camp, and that was a restrictor play race with Austin Dillon in the 500. So Jimmy Johnson's got to find the speed. So hope he will find it, but he's got some work to do. Finally, Chase Elliott, 12th place finish. It's a good finish. I'm not terribly disappointed, but I honestly expect us to run better. Plus, I looked at practice charts yesterday. I felt like we could be a serious contender, but I think the car was just too tight the majority of the race because I saw it kept drifting up to the top of the racetrack, running the middle groove. Well, you know, we earned stage points, so I don't know what the standings are, but, you know, when I get home, I'll check them. Maybe we jumped into the top 16, so if so, or if we're close to there, there's some consolation that, you know, getting better. Plus, there were some few guys in front of us in points, like Ryan Newman and Stenhouse, that didn't get quite the good results, in Paul Menard as well, so that'll be a benefit for us. So, Dover National Speedway, thank you so much for another great weekend, allowing me to enjoy the trucks and getting the race in today despite a rain delay. We were able to get the whole thing, which was a huge blessing. So I thank the good Lord and I thank Mother Nature for cooperating with us. Next week is Kansas, and that means the return of Matt Kenseth, because after today, Trevor Bayne's got to sit one out for a while. And what's the future hold for him? I don't know. But can Hendrick break through next week? Can Martin Truex Jr. get a second win of the season? Or will Kevin Harvick continue to take everybody to class? We'll find out. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And